Foundation inspection. We're standing at the rear right elevation. You see here we've got a gutter down pipe. It's emptying over the grade, and so are these gutters down here. The problem with that is that they're going to affect the foundation over time. This water should either be carried into the ground and away in a French drain, as it is here, or extensions are put on here to take it away from the foundation 2 to 4 feet. I prefer to see it going into a French drain system. However, this is a cheaper but very effective alternative by putting extensions on. Now we have trees planted at the foundation in the landscaping. These are considered to be nice, and they are, there's no doubt about it. Having trees around is a good thing, but you've got a problem. These trees are going to extend their roots under the actual building itself. Now your challenge is to keep them trimmed. If you keep them about the height they are now, they are actually going to be alright, but if they get really big, growing up like all the other trees around here, they get really big, you could have problems with roots going under the foundation. There's no guarantee that could be given on a foundation with trees like this growing so close to it. This is window inspection and exterior. We're looking at walls and windows. Now here we got caulking. You can see the caulking is already deteriorating. Got a crack in it here. If we look up the top here, you can see where the lintel is. There's a crack in the caulking. Now that's going to allow air to circulate in and around that area. It's going to draw in hot air in the summer, cold air in the winter, and either way condensation will be the result. So this has all got to be recorked. This caulking here is in very poor condition. It's not been done very well. So I recommend this caulking is removed and it's recorked with a 5-year or longer caulking system, because we're in Texas. It does actually, the sun does damage the caulking quickly. Again, we've got gaps up here at the lintel. Poor caulking here, holes in the caulking. It's going to allow water to penetrate. Here we've got poor caulking. See, the caulking's got to be substantial enough to withstand movement, and it's not, because it's such a thin bead of caulking. It splits very quickly. So we're at the rear elevation, and every window I've looked at so far needs to be recorked. Here we go. More caulking here. Now up the top here we've got a hole. Can you see that hole there? That's big enough for a mouse to get through. And once the mouse is there, it can get into your attic. That needs to be sealed. And the caulking along here split. Now here we've got holes in the caulking, so any water getting on there is going to be sucked in. So all the windows at the rear elevation require recaulking. We're now at the left hand elevation. Yeah, the caulking is split along the top of the lintel here. Hole in the caulking here, split caulking here, and running down the side here. So that's 2 windows, 3 caulking split there. It really is the amount of caulking that's been put on, it's insufficient. And splitting the caulking here, and up the top there. It needs to be done. Now we're moving to the front elevation of the property. The caulking along the garage door is failing. We're at the front porch. They changed the man who was doing the caulking. It's thicker and it's not splitting. There's a surprise. Okay, we're back to poor caulking again, right down in the corner here. We've got cracks in the brick here, and that really needs to be sealed. You know, water can get into cracks like that. Split caulking here. And then on the windows above us up here, the caulking is split along the top of the frame and the lintel. That needs to be recaulked. At the right elevation of the windows. Split caulking here. So, I recommend every window in the house is recaulked. I want to see a thicker caulking going down, a thicker bead. This hot Texas sun really does do a number on the caulking, and therefore, you know, the thicker it is, the longer it's going to last. The thin bead of caulking that's been put around these windows won't even last a season. Roof inspection, we're looking at the flashings along the dormers. We're inspecting the grade around the property. It's all good, drainage. The only things concerned for the future That concerns these trees, very large, going to have large roots here and around, and this one in particular, you know, it's coming very close to the roof as it is now. That bough there, within a season, it's going to be touching the roof. Likewise this one here. They're both close to the building. I would recommend their removal right away. This bough here, cut off about here, and this one here. Remove it from the around the house. It shouldn't be so close, because the two things that go on. First thing is that the growing tree will impinge upon the roof and damage it, but also in really high winds it could be that falling from the tree, breaking and falling, could actually damage the property. Here's the attic inspection. All's fine up here. One small point, but important. These are flues. They're going out through the attic roof, through the decking, and as such they're going to be lightning attractors. They should be bonded to the grounding system. It helps protect the property and of course all your valuables that are in the property. Bonding greatly reduces the probability of a lightning strike on a house. It's bonding the flues. I'm concerned about the grade. I want to raise with you. If we look here, we're looking uphill. You can see as we look down here, there's a clear channel for water runoff running right down. I don't know who owns this part of the grade, but the fence has a lock on it, a gate, and clearly vehicles are coming in and out. I don't know whether that's part of the agreement with the lot. Anyway, my concern isn't so much that. My concern is more to do with the water and its flowing. As it is at the moment, it's going to drain towards us, and I'm walking uphill. And as I walk uphill, I'm going to come here to the edge of the property, and you can see we've got a nice slope down here, and the pad is raised, which is good. It's raised, but under extreme rain conditions, it is my opinion that this area could actually flood, and it may be that the swale won't be good enough. And you should raise your concerns right away, and say that it might be probable that a French drain needs to be put in this area here. We have an ignition fire. The switch to the fire is to the right. This flyer is called a balance flue. And the flue out exit exhaust is located up above us there. That's the flue. There's some cracks in the decorative brickwork here running down. They need to be repointed. We have a gutter here that's emptying out over the roof, and over time that's going to damage the roof. The wall here at the bottom, there should be some kick out flashing to actually divert the water away, because otherwise what it's going to do, it's going to run out over that wall there. This is the electrical panel inspection. If we come around here to the meter, there's the meter on the wall. You can see at some point they've had another box on the wall here. Here it is, and there's a hole knocked in the wall, and it's gone right the way through into the cavity space. This is the cavity space for the house. And that hole should be filled. The panel screws used in 3 positions, 1, 2, 3, are the wrong size.